Hey everyone, this is Leslie from Midlife and Nailing It. Welcome to the What My Granny Always Made During the Holiday Season Open Collab. Of course, anyone participating can use a recipe from whatever special person they'd like. My fellow hosts are an amazing group of ladies that inspire me all the time, and I know they will inspire you. In no particular order, my fellow hosts are Taylor Elmore, Andrea Shaenanigans, Brooke Niccole, Missouri grown Carolina Home, Dee Lovely Life, and Momma Friendly. You can find links to these ladies' channels in my description box below, as well as a link to the playlist of this collab. I can't wait to see all of the participants' videos. I'm so excited. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay guys, just real quick before I get started on my recipe, I did want to let you know that the winner of my 500 subscriber coach purse and wallet, here's the purse. And the wallet did come. I didn't have this when I did the unboxing live and I looked ridiculous. Like I went to get out both things assuming they were in there. They were not, but the wallet came the very next day, so it was all good. So it was this purse, this wallet. So the winner will be pinned in the comments below. I have an app on my phone that I use. I'll put all the names in of the people that participated and did the 4 words on that video. And the winner will be in the comments below. And I will also reach out to the winner myself. During the holidays, like a lot of families, my 2 grandmothers did amazing jobs on both sides of my family. Like their houses felt warm and cozy, and they used family traditions and family recipes and like rocked it out every single year. So when I came up with this idea, that's where my brain was. I knew that I was gonna pick a recipe from one of my grandmothers. One of my grandmothers actually passed away over 20 years ago. Oh my goodness, you guys, this is gonna be hard. I'm not good at this. I'm feeling all kinds of feels and emotions, and like, I don't really wanna share those with you guys. So I'm gonna try. Oh, I lost it the other day on a video about a Christmas vignette. So apparently I'm missing my grandmother's big time, like right now. But whew, anyways, one of my grandmothers has been gone over 20 years now. She was an amazing lady. She just was so special. And then my other grandmother is actually suffers from Alzheimer's pretty severely at this point. She's in memory care, and it's towards the end, you guys, and none of us have been able to see her since COVID began, which has been really hard. And when I do get to see her, I don't know if she'll even know who I am. She doesn't understand video chat or telephone calls at this point, like, so no one has really been able to communicate with her. And it's just one of those things from this dang year that's just there, and it's a thing. And for anyone out there who's in a similar situation, this dang pandemic has affected all of us in so many different ways, but this is one of those things. It's so very, very hard. But we're going to make one of her recipes that is so delicious and everyone loves, and there's never any of it left once any party's over, quite frankly. And I was going to go with like a hard recipe, but then I thought about what's going on this year, this Christmas. And a lot of us are choosing not to travel and to stay home. And then there's some of us that are going to see just some of our family members, but it's not going to be as big and elaborate as usual. So I kind of like honed into that. I myself am looking at my plans for Christmas, and I'm trying to come up with special things for just my husband, myself, and our 2 kids. So we've decided on Christmas Day to do like an appetizer theme. So each one of us is going to make an appetizer, and I'm going to go ahead and grab a veggie tray and probably a fruit tray. So I kind of thought going with one of my grandmother's go-to appetizer recipe during the holiday season that she made, I don't remember a time that she didn't make it, would be a good way to go, because weather this year, I mean, if you are some of the people that are going to go ahead and have your big family thing, I guess that fits, right? Or if you're just going to be like us, the four of us all together, it fits there as well. Like maybe you could do it appetizer night. The recipe I'm going to do is her cream cheese ball. It has super simple and inexpensive ingredients in it. And it's just, you know, if you've never made a cheese ball, there's just a little bit of a trick and technique you can use to actually form your cheese ball. And you guys, I don't know anyone that doesn't like a cheese ball. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Okay guys, so what you're gonna need is 2 packets of cream cheese. It doesn't matter what brand here. I did leave these out on the counter for a while because you want them to be softened. You're gonna need some Worcestershire sauce. You're gonna need some garlic powder. You're gonna need 2 green onion. You're gonna wanna grab one of these small packets of this budding lunch meat, or you could use like a Kroger brand of this or the Walmart brand of this. You wanna stick with the cheap packet of lunch meat though, guys. It's just not as good the other way. Like, I don't know why, but it isn't. So get your hands on one of these. And then you're gonna want 8 ounces of chopped pecans, although I'm probably gonna run my knife through these a little bit more. They're just not as fine as the way my grandma used to make them, and I want them to be a little finer. As I'm coming through here, guys, and editing, I do want to let you know that I had quite a lot of pecans left over. I think I could have gotten away with just the 4 ounces of chopped pecans. I just remembered wrong, guys, because this recipe is from my memory. So to my bowl here, I'm just adding the 2 packages of softened cream cheese. Next, I grab my kitchen scissors and the 2 green onion, and I go ahead and chop that up into my bowl with my softened cream cheese. So next, I go ahead and grab a little bowl, and I'm just cutting strips into that inexpensive lunch meat. I left it all piled on top of one another, and I'm just using my kitchen scissors here, cutting strips, and then I go ahead and kind of grab a few at a time. You want to make sure that you cut your meat into little bits. Next up, I add a ½ teaspoon of garlic powder to my mixture. Lastly, I add a teaspoon and a half of Worcestershire sauce, and then I wanted to show you what the ingredients look like before they were all mixed together. So I used my potato masher here, guys, because I really want to get everything incorporated, and plus my cream cheese was a little bit too hard, probably. I should have let it soften. And then I came in with my spatula and smoothed everything in, and this is what it looked like when I had everything incorporated. So I wanted my pecans to be chopped up more fine, so that's what I'm doing here. And I just keep putting them back into a pile, and then I run my knife through again and again and again. It did take a little bit of time, but I finally got them to the consistency that I wanted. So next, I put out some wax paper. I kind of overlap it there, guys. I've got it going one way and then the other. And then I go ahead and put my cream cheese mixture in the middle. And I kind of fold the wax paper all around. You want to use wax paper because it doesn't stick. And I start forming my ball. I do go ahead and kind of unwrap it a little, and I'm still using the wax paper until I've got it into like the ball that I want it to be in. I don't want it to be lumpy. I want it to be symmetrical. And now I'm pouring my pecans on wax paper, and then I'm just smoothing out the pecans into a smooth layer. So now I go ahead and put my cream cheese ball right in the middle of the pecans. Okay guys, so now I'm just using the wax paper to kind of get at least half of the cheese ball covered in the pecans, because then I can start to work with it with just my hands, because the pecans are not sticky at all. And so I'm just making sure I get enough pecans on there, and I'm making sure it stays in its ball form. So you just kind of work with it and keep moving it around and around until it's all covered. And then I just put it on this plate for a minute. I do end up switching the plate so I can put crackers around it. Oh my gosh, guys, see how beautiful it turns out every single time. I've got my Ritz crackers there, which were the crackers my grandmother always served. She served Ritz and Club's crackers, the Keebler Elf Club crackers. I've got Wheat Thins there because I love Wheat Thins. But you guys, come on. So gorgeous, so easy, and it is so very delicious. As I'm editing here, I want to throw in a preface here. I am about to talk about my grandmother. She would go ahead and just wrap the entire cheese ball in saran wrap and then set it on her serving dish and then place it in her fridge so that when she pulled it out, all she would have to do the next day is take the saran wrap off and go ahead and serve it. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a knife and show you what this looks like on a cracker. So yeah, you would just cut a bit out, and then I'm going to have to put the camera down, you guys, because I don't have anyone here right now that can hold it for me. And then this is what it looks like on the cracker. See all the red and green in there? Oh, it just reminds me of Christmas, you guys. So the closing that I filmed was a bit rambling, so I'm just going to throw an emoji in here and tell my fellow host, thank you so much for hosting with me. Thank you to everyone who participated in this open collab. I can't wait to see everyone's videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.
Come, all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant. Come ye to Bethlehem. Come and behold